What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. Now in this guide I'll be explaining simple things you should be doing to give you better chances of winning more fights. Now before we do get started, I appreciate everybody that does use code Blink.YT, as it does help me out a lot, so thanks for that. Alrighty guys, let's get started. So in this first situation, I want to get into patience and pressure. I spot an opponent up ahead, and instead of taking a sniper shot when you know there's a chance of getting off a better shot, then it's much better to wait than to rush the shot. He's jumping up and down, but it's hard for me to pre-aim my shot because I cannot see him when he touches the ground. So by moving up a little, I'll have a clear shot towards him. I take the shot and immediately spray his materials as I move up closer towards him. Spraying your opponent's materials after inflicting damage won't allow them to heal up, as you try going for more severe damage with the shotgun. If you don't spray materials the closer you get after you inflict damage, then your opponent's potentially got enough heals to get back to 200 HP, and that previous damage you've dealt won't matter at all. Now every situation is different, but in most you'll end up spraying as you move closer towards your opponent. You can see as I moved up, I did not allow my opponent to get off any minis because of my spray. He ended up having 2 minis and a medkit, and by not spraying he would have gotten off both minis guaranteed, which would have put him in a much better situation, so keep that in mind. I'll quickly go over one more similar situation. Now in this situation it's a 2v1, and once again guys, I tag up this opponent and push right into his box, applying pressure, not letting him heal or take a breather. This is a 2v1 situation, so me and my teammate are able to continuously keep on dealing damage as this opponent boxes up. Two things here: 2v1 situations are easy to deal with if you can do it right, and applying consistent pressure doesn't allow my opponent to heal and to take a breather to think about his next move. Basically your opponent will have more room for error if you're always applying pressure. Now let me show you guys an example of one way of executing a 2v1 situation properly. So we eliminated this player's teammate, and my teammate gets pushed by his teammate. Now I tell my teammate to wait until I can help. My teammate boxes up and I get close to support him, that way we can make his 1v1 into an easy 2v1. My opponent gets cornered and it's an easy elimination from there. Here's one more similar situation, but both opponents are alive. Now both opponents are separated, and you want to take advantage of that. If you can get off free shots, tell your teammate to shoot at the same time to inflict more damage. Now I missed my shots, but my teammate was able to deal damage, and as that happens, this opponent's teammate pushes us. So what we would have done was simply apply all the tips I talked about in this video. We would have kept on taking shots at that opponent we inflicted damage on as we got closer, that way he's not able to heal. Once we got close, an easy 2v1 applies. Now since this opponent's teammate pushed up, I had to go help my teammate, which is fine because it's still a 2v1 situation and all these tips still apply. So just make sure to apply that 2v1 pressure and you'll increase your chances of eliminating your opponent. So let's quickly conclude this guide. First, you'll want to make sure you're thinking ahead so you don't rush your sniper shots or just any shots at all. On top of this, you'll want to be sure to spray your opponent's materials if you've dealt a solid amount of damage, that way he's not able to heal. Up next, if you're playing 2v1 situations, make sure it's actually a 2v1 situation and not a 1v1. Just be smart with it and stay close with your teammate when fighting. Well guys, that's it for this guide. This is just a few tips on helping you guys win more fights. There are plenty more out there that I'll be going in depth on in the next couple of weeks, so keep that in mind. If this guide did help out, then a like and a sub and a comment would be greatly appreciated, as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day and night, and I'll see you on the next one.